Hello YouTube family, thank you for joining me today. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this basket. It's an origami basket with 12 by 12 size paper. And I'm going to show you how to make this basket, decorate it, and then I'm going to show you what I'm filling the basket with and how I decorated those things as well. And for today's video, I am using this set of papers and goodies to go in the basket. So there's going to be a bracelet, a mug rug. And that's exactly what this basket has too, but in different color combination. And then a little tea bag. So basket, a mug rug, bracelet, 7-inch bracelet that fits most of the wrist size. Tea bags, and obviously some egg-shaped candies, because this is going to be for Easter. And then this is the color pattern I have chosen: pink, some purples, a little bit of purple, and then some like turquoise, kind of like this blue, kind of ashy blue, and plaid. So I like to make the basket with the plaid because that kind of complements every other color palette. And these little word sentiments are going to go on the basket and the envelopes as well. But let's get started with making of the basket. This is going to be origami basket. It's going to be a long video, so get your drinks and let's get started. I need a hard surface to do this, so I'm ditching my white blanket. So what we're going to do with our 12 by 12 paper is you want the size to be, the weight of the paper to be 100 GSM or less, because there's going to be a lot of folding involved. So what we're going to do is I'm going to flip it to the side that doesn't have any print, and then I'm going to fold from one corner to the opposite corner. And this paper I got is from Walmart, from the Roobee collection. Yes, Roobee by Marami collection. And then once you have it folded down like that, okay, so next step is to fold down the longer side. And I'm not going to measure this because it's kind of hard to get it scored, but I'm going about less than ½ inch is how much I'm going to fold. And because this is a plaid print, it's kind of easy to kind of fold at the same spot. And it's very long, so it takes a little bit of time to kind of get your fold mark correct. But I'm taking my time and I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting this as straight as possible. And this is going to make the top part of the basket. Okay. Now after this, we're going to make one more fold. This was the harder fold, but the next one, you're just going to go over that. So fold it right over. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Now we are going to undo and open up. So when you open up, you should have like 5 score lines. And then we're going to go back to this side and then fold up your very last score from that's closest to you, and then fold it in this way. So you're folding towards the middle score line. Okay, and then do the same thing to the other side. Now this one, because it's folded this way, you kind of have to make it fold the other way. Same score line, just make it fold the opposite side. Like that, and then fold it down. So when you fold both of those sides down, this is what you should look this is what it should look like. And then once you have this, we're going to flip it to the other side. We're going to flip it to the other side. And then we're going to take one side and fold it underneath the centerpiece and fold it down. And then do the same thing on the other side. Pull the tip all the way to the edge and fold it down. And then after this, we're going to take that edge and fold it up to that center crease, like that. And then same thing on this side. Like that. Hold it down nicely. And then at this point, go to the longer side, flip your work to the longer side. And then we're going to fold this up to the point where this corner and this corner meets the V, the big V. And then that is where we are going to fold it down. And then do the same thing on the other side. See, there's a lot of folding involved, so that's why thinner the paper, the better it is. Easier it is to fold. Now we have 2 score lines in the middle, and then what you want to do is you want to fold in from that score line inwards up to where your crease line is on the top here. So it's gonna look like an odd angled, like triangle shape like this right here. And do the same thing on the other side. From that score line point, folding it in. And then doing the same thing on the other side. I like making baskets like this, gift baskets with, like, you know, putting my own little handmade gifts together. And I want to make 5 of these to go to the store and see, you know, how it does. I made boxes, gift boxes for Christmas. If you guys wanted to go check out that video, I think I made about 5 or 6 of those. And, you know, putting, again, handmade gifts in it. So I really like putting together baskets and gifts like this. Okay, so once we have this down, this part is our base, bottom part. And so we're going to pull that part out. And while we're pulling the sides up. Okay. So that is how we want this to stand up here. And then same thing on the other side. And then on the top, we are going to, now every time I make this, I have one thinner side and one wider side. And then I put the thinner side inside the wider side, slide it in like that. And then this is usually what I'm left with. And then I just straighten up and kind of fold in the areas that need to be folded in and fixed. And then I am going to pull back in, glue down some areas so that it is nice and secure. Now my paper warps every time I use glue, so I'm going to use double-sided tape. And I'm going to kind of flip, try to figure out where my tip of my basket's handle ends. I'm going to put my glue down up, or my tape down up to this part here, so that when I'm sliding this part into the other side, that it stays in place, because this is going to hold a lot of weight when you're carrying the basket. So I'm going to gently slide this, and there's you know, tape on the bottom, so I need to make sure that it doesn't. Okay, there. and then press so that it stays in place. And then this is what I have. And I'm also going to put some tape in this spot and this spot. And same again on these sides because I want them to stay as a basket and not come off. So I'm going to go in there and run down my tape on an angle where the score line is. And we're going to tape on this side. And then do the same thing on this side. This is a little fussy part, but it helps to keep everything in place so that your basket keeps its shape nicely. But again, glue works much better if you can use glue. Okay, so now our basket is complete, and what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to add a ribbon over the top so that the fold doesn't show. And so my ribbon here is this velvet ribbon that is 3/8 of an inch, and I'm gonna go like this around it, and I'm gonna use double-sided tape for that. So I'm gonna take my double-sided tape, which is right here, and I'm going to run this around first. So I'm not going all the way to the bottom. You can if you want, but I think just from the edge should be fine. So I'm just covering that little part where the two folds meet. After I have put my double-sided tape, going to take that off while putting my ribbon on there. And cut it. Now I am going to put another little piece over here, so this part will be covered. Oops. Okay. Next step is to add the base, and for that I'm using this paper. This is 6x8 size paper from Parklane's Easter paper. But it's got little flowers and it'll go with our goodies. So that's why I'm using this paper, and I need let's see, what do I need? Actually, let's measure. Let's measure this. My other one measured the base. When I say measure, I meant the base. Measured 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 square. And this one is somewhere around that. Yep, 3 3/4. And I'm gonna be, and this is directional paper, 3 3/4, and then on the other side I am going to round the corners so that it will fit better in the basket. So I'm just running my tape runner here and placing it again. This is directional, so I need to make sure that I'm placing this correctly. I'm going to give myself about 9 inches long, and that's where I'm going to fold over my pointer. And then so the longer part is that's coming out of the spool is down here, and I'm going to create a V, holding the rest of my ribbon with my ring finger and my thumb. And I'm going to cross this over. So we're in the back now. And then bring it to the front. And then put the end through that loop this way that we just created. Okay, this is the back side of the ribbon. So I'm just going to twist it, twist the velvet side, because this is going to be our front side. And I'm just going to tighten this so that it's going to stay in place. And then I'm going to cut this down to the same length as the other side. Okay, with the lighter, I'm just going to burn the edge. It's not all the way burning, it's just sort of cleaning it up like that. Same thing on the other side. Okay, and then I am ready to tape this down to our little basket like that. So to do that, I'm using a foam tape. So I'm taking a foam tape and I am going to put this, so I'm on the back side and this is the front side. So on the back side, I'm putting this on the bow part. And same thing. Like that. The top there. And I like how this part kind of dangles in the front. Okay, so now that we have our bow on the top, we can decorate the basket a little bit. I have these little 2 long strips of word sentiment pulled out. This says "Somebody loves you." And I want this on the side here like this. Same thing on the other side. So I did round the corner on the top. I feel like that would look much better. And then putting it down like that. I think I'm actually gonna cut this. I feel like it's kind of sticking out in a little weird angle. So if I sort of cut it this way, kind of goes along with the little crease there. I'll do the same thing on this side. Like that. Putting the other side. Like that. Now in the center, let's see, what did I have? Oh, a little tag that says "Easter makes me happy." Okay, so this is what I'm going to put in the front here. And for that, I'm going to use the foam tape so that it gives some dimension. So I'm going to put 2 pieces of this. 1 and 2. And there it goes in the middle. Okay. How cute is that, guys? I love this color combination too. Very pretty. Okay, so now I think our box is complete. Yes, it is complete. Okay, so at this point, we're done with the box. I'm just going to throw in these little filler things on the bottom. I'm going to get more of these filler things because we'll need more. Okay, now I have this piece left and this piece left here. I need to make envelope for the tea bag, and then this is where the bracelet is going to go, and then tea bag, and I'm going to cut a little strip, half an inch strip to decorate the mug rug. So here's my half an inch, and then since I'm on this big strip again already, I'm just going to start working with this. So this is where I'm going to make the envelope for the tea bag. So I'm going to score half an inch. So this is going to be my bottom side. This is directional paper. So I'm going to score half an inch on the bottom, half an inch on the side. So let's do that. and 1/2 inch on this side, and then fold it down on both sides. Okay, and then once I have the score lines folded in, I'm going to take the side that doesn't have the score line and fold it down, bring it down to the part where there is a score line, and fold that side in like that. And it's time to make some cuts. So I'm going to take this part out and this part out. Okay, I'm going to do a little angle cut here, and same thing on the other side, and then angle cut on this side, and cut this whole strip off. And then this is what I have, and I'm going to glue this part down so that our flap can go over like that. Like that. And we're going to let this rest and let the glue dry. And while this is drying, I have this little piece of plaid paper that is, I know one side is 3. Okay, so one side is 3, and then the other side is 2 3/4. And then on the 3 inches side, that's where you're gonna fold, and this becomes the topper for our packet, for our envelope. I'm going to put my scraps away because this is looking a little messy here. Okay, and our bottom part of the envelope is all done, and then the top part will go on like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make a little cut on the sides here so that our string stays nicely. If you have a round cutter, you can use that. I don't. I have a star cutter, so I'm using one of the tip of the star to make that little V cut. And then do the same thing on the other side. Now this side is going to be a little hard to cut because there's a lot of layer of papers. Actually, that isn't too bad. Okay, so then we're going to put our tea bag in there. Here is the little cozy chamomile tea bag that's going to go in there, and we're going to put the topper on, and then we are going to get a piece of string and wrap this around and cut. I'm going to close my glue before it dries up. And then I'm going to put in a little dangle just to add a little more dimension. I have a little charm dangle made here. I'm actually doing a charm challenge where I make 10 charms or 10 dangles every week. So that way I am using up my bead soup, but also kind of preparing for projects like this where, you know, it's easy to use something that's already made ahead of time, and I'm not spending time to like get out my wire, get out my beads to make a charm every time I'm trying to make an envelope. So that's what I have here, and I'm going to put this little word sentiment in the middle with the foam tape. Right there. And that is ready to go in our basket. And then we have, let's see, what should we do next? We're going to take our other piece of paper, and I usually like to trim off 1/2 inch from this as well. And that will give me a tag to make for the mug rack. because sometimes people may not know what it is. So I just like to write mug rug on it. The rest of the stuff you can pretty much tell what it is, but mug rug. Actually, I can use this strip that was left over from my envelope too. Yeah, let's actually do that. But I feel like I still need to trim this because I don't want this to be too big because we don't have too much height space inside our basket. So I'm going to take half an inch away from this. And after that, I'm going to round the corners. I'm actually going to take I'm going to use this little flower punch to make a hole in the center to add the bracelet. And I'm going to take a piece of string to attach my bracelet to the card. Like that. Put that in there as well. And then last but not the least, our little mug rug. So I'm going to fold this in half, and then I'm going to take my other strip that I had cut into and round the corner. I know I just like the look of the rounded corners. And then I'm going to take both ends together and actually, you know what? I need to fix this one. Okay, now we're going to get punch a hole in the middle. Like that. So that way I can put this, and then I need a string to tie this in the middle, but I want to write in this piece of paper that this is a mug rug. And then I'm gonna make a hole in this as well, in the corner here. And then I am ready to, oh, we need a string. We need a piece of string. And then I'm putting my tag in there. And tying this up together. Nope. Missed one string. Actually, I'm going to round this corner too. And ready to tie this up. I like to pay attention to little details like this. I think that's what makes it special. Okay, so our mug rug is decorated. And we're ready to place it. Let me get some more little filler things. Okay, so I have these decorative shreds from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to add a little bit more. I don't want too much because I don't want my things to be elevated too much from the basket, because we don't have too much height to work with. So I think this is going to be enough. And then I'm going to place my mug rug first in the back there, and then my bracelet, and then the tea bag, because I want the Happy Easter part to sit in the front, And then I'm ready to place my 3 candies in the middle or in the front. And our basket is complete. So let me take all the things out of the way. Okay, and show you guys what we made. So here is our Easter basket, all complete and looking very pretty. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on my next one. Bye for now.